All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off by giving all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharala that rule well. And salutations to you, Achim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching this word in truth and in sincerity.
Oh yeah, we're going to get into a quick little lesson about how Israel's going to be gathered out where they've been scattered to, and how Esau and the other nations are going to, be destroyed, This is, we hope this lesson is edifying. This is Ezekiel 37, verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. You know what I mean? Because there's some people teaching that only Judah's been scattered, and it's actually the 12 tribes have been scattered, abroad. All right? And that's why we're amongst all nations, man. We were scattered to serve slavery, man, to learn a hard lesson.
Can I back you up?
Oh, sure.
This is James 1:1. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting.
You know what I mean? Because when you get into the history, the 10 tribes are scattered, over here to the Americas. We came here first. And then during slavery, now Judah, Jeremiah 50:33 is happening. Judah and Ephraim are being oppressed together, And now we've been scattered through that whole transatlantic slave trade, which took on for many, many years, This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12 now. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah, and from the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? That ensign is those men that you see on the highways and byways, crying out loud, trying to wake up our people, bring out the truth, wake up the elect, because the elect are still out there. We gotta keep working until this place is desolate, until this place is made a desolation. The elect are sealed. Sorry, did you have something?
Well, when you read the verse above, it tells you. You could actually start 10.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time, to recover the remnant of his people.
Right, because right there it says for an ensign and the people to it shall the Gentiles seek.
Right.
Which is talking about the Israelite foreigners.
And
then it goes in to tell you where these Israelite foreigners are scattered. Go ahead.
Verse 11, Isaiah 11:11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time, to recover the remnant of his people which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
And from the islands of the sea, throughout the four corners,
Okay.
Keep going.
Verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel.
Right, outcast of Israel, Go ahead. You just said what? To it the Gentiles shall seek, right?
Can.
And then right here it says, who are those Gentiles? The outcast of Israel. Go ahead.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
The dispersed of Judah. Go ahead.
From the four corners of the earth.
And there you go.
Yeah. You want me to keep going? 13?
Yeah, you want to skip down to 14?
Oh, well, I'll read 13 and 14. Is that cool? At verse 13, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. You know what I mean? Because there it is, the 12 tribes are coming together, realizing that we're brothers, and we're not going to have that envy or that vexation towards each other anymore, but we're going to dwell, peacefully. Verse 14, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them.
You know, because when it comes to our salvation and Esau's destruction,
Yep.
and the other powers that are on high right now, it's synonymous. You know,
Mhm.
when our salvation comes, it's going to be their destruction. You know, so when we get saved out of the four corners of the earth, you know, when Yahweh Shai comes, you know, that they're rooted out of Jesse. Hey, at the same time, hey, these kingdoms are going to be brought down.
That's right.
You know, just like it says in Second Ezra 6:9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yeah.
You know,
I got that right here. I'll read it for you. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You know, so simultaneously, once you know our salvation is going to come, Esau and the ruling other classes that are here, other people, they're all going to be destroyed and put into slavery, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep going.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I have another one. Let's see. Do you have anything? I got it. This is Jeremiah, you know, chapter 23, verse 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them. You know what I mean? Because it's the Most High that put us there. You know what I mean? Man's not, his goings are roughly paraphrased. It's not.
Man's goings are the way of the Lord.
Right, exactly. I mean, not his own ways, you know. But it's the Most High that makes everything happen. Everything's predestined already. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. You know what I mean? Because now we're gonna, you know, in our kingdom, we're gonna have the law, statutes, commandments written in our heads. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be fruitful and multiply in peace. You know what I mean? And it's gonna last forever, man. It's gonna be a beautiful time, man, in the kingdom.
Yeah, like it says in Deuteronomy. What is it?
I'm sorry, what are you looking for?
And Israel shall dwell.
Oh, in safety?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, can I read this real quick?
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. You know what I mean? Because that's that destruction's coming. That's those ICBM missiles. You know, those are the chariots. You know, shooting down them lasers or lightning bolts, whatever you want to say. But you know, these people are gonna get destroyed, man. And our kingdom is gonna get set up right after all of that. And it's gonna be a beautiful time for Israel, man. Especially the elect and the 1/3 that we hope to be part of. You know.
God. Hey, this is Deuteronomy 33. I'm gonna start at 27. It says, "The eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them." You know, the destruction of our enemies. And it says, "Israel then shall dwell in safety alone.
That's right.
The fountain of Jacob shall be upon the land of corn and wine. Also his heavens shall drop down the dew." You know, hey, so we're going to be living in peace, man. You know,
That's right.
righteously, and that's why everything is going to go well for us. You know, because hey, like the brother said, we're going to have those laws in us, so we're not going to go off. You know. So hey, so that means what? That none of the curses that are written in this book are going to be upon us. Verse 28. Israel then shall dwell safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon the land of corn and wine. Also his heaven shall drop down the dew. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by Yahweh, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. You know, hey, so these are all scriptures, you know, going into the destruction of Esau, Edom, and these other nations, and our salvation.
That's right.
You know,
Come on.
it goes hand in hand.
Can I bring this out because it's gonna happen among the timeline here. This is Matthew 23 and 30. Let them grow together until the harvest, and in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. And as the time approaches, you're gonna have that influx, in Acts of a lot of Israelites waking up to the truth, coming to us. All right, and a lot of them are gonna be confusion of faces, man. All right. And that's, a lot of people's doctrine are, that they know they're Israelites, but they're pushing out that all Israel is just all the so-called Negroes, which is bugged out. But, be circumspect, and test the spirit. The Most High looks on the inward part, not the outside of the appearance, roughly paraphrasing.
Right, because we just read what? Isaiah 11?
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel?
Can.
If the Lord is going to grab us from the four corners of the earth, Jake is not gonna look like most Jake do, with a so-called like Wesley Snipes and shit, like fucking
John Shaft.
How typical Jake looks. You're gonna have Jake looking like Edomites. You're gonna have Jake looking like Moabites.
Mm-hmm.
When the Lord says He's gonna save Israel, He's gonna save Israel, no matter how they look. Hey, we've been scattered, so you don't think Jake is out there spilling seed? Hey, we've been scattered since the time of Egypt.
Yeah.
How much more now? So there is gonna be confusion of faces, man.
Yeah.
So hey, at the end of the day, it's gonna be made known who.
Right. Yeah, that's why it says that Moab will be a covert to my people. Roughly paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a lot of Israelites among the Moabites, man. The so-called Chinese. They're gonna look like them and all that, but you can see through the spirit, who's Jake and who's not, man.
Right. Hey, Revelation 7, man. All tongues and nations.
Mm-hmm. Right. You gotta hit him with this numbers one.
You want to end it up with that?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you have something?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, bring out what you got too.
All right. This is all right, this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 23. It says, but every man in his own order, Hamashiach the first fruits, afterwards they that are Hamashiach at his coming. It says, then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power, which is all these other nations, Revelation, so like in Psalms 83. What does it say? They have
they came up with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Tabernacles of Edom.
They have taken counsel against thy people.
Yeah, exactly.
To cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel will not be no more in remembress.
Yep.
Roughly paraphrasing. So
that's what's going to be taken down.
Right.
It goes into who? Edom, the Arabs, Hamites, Moabites, Ammonites.